Hi guys, just talking to you about manifestation. So this is not really an Esther Hicks type of thing. It's not really a Tony Robbins kind of thing, but kind of is. So let's talk about manifestation, what it means to have the stuff that you want. And I'm somebody that has the opposite issue. I don't know how to dream. I don't remember how to dream. I don't remember how to want, and I don't understand what is the point of it all. But yeah, because I have something, I have a deficit of something else. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm talking to you about manifestation and what it is actually worth. So many people are really on this bandwagon with manifestation, opportunity, possibility. You want it, get it. Okay, you call up that pizza guy, he'll bring you the pizza. Okay, that's like the pizza pizza game of life and the pizza game of God and creation. Yeah, you can have something. You can even take candy from a baby. You could take somebody else's life. But the thing is, will you want to live it? And you kind of know when you're doing it, when you're like destroying it all, just to make something different for yourself, now. Like sometimes like we walk towards a situation and we think we really want it a lot. And then at the end of the day, we come to terms with the fact that we are not wanted in that situation. Or like you may as well just walk away, nothing will change. Things happen when you are not in your own body and also when you do not want to be. And quite often, when people don't really want to be here, they're not in their body, they're not comfortable with who they are, they manifest however they want, and they get that hot guy, they get that hot girl, they got the house or the place or whatever, or the city of their choice, and it's never going to be enough. And that's simply because they don't really like themselves enough. They don't like who they are, and they're trying to cover up. And the thing is, yeah, Esther Hicks, always says, just go for it, go for it, go for it, spin the vortex, spin the vortex. I'm spinning. I'm spinning, Esther. And then what's next? Oh yeah, what's good for you? What's nice for you? What's lovely for you? Okay, Esther Hicks, if you're familiar with her work, likes to tell people that they're not enough, and I've noticed that in her in her vibration a lot. And we all have blind spots as healers and practitioners. You're awesome. You know how good it is to be in your body, how amazing it is just to have your toes, and how great it is just to be you. Like, this is the pinnacle of creation. You are a living human. You have done it. You have done it. You're already done the big part, and everything else is just a way to make yourself feel a little bit less ordinary to yourself. If you feel extraordinary now within your own body as what you are, who you are, and what you have around you, like really, you feel extraordinary in your body, and you feel like you're buzzing, you're having this kind of like a Terence McKenna reality expansion, like, whoa, I'm here, I'm real. That is all good enough. That is good enough. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing this is because we do have ego as well. We do have ego, and some of us, some think that we are meant to be in higher places. We don't think sometimes that about ourselves. We think it about, our mothers or our fathers expecting more from us. On occasion, we just think that we don't match up to the game, or we're not age appropriate, or we're not in time with other people's lives. And we have to be sometimes. And on some people's fractals, it is so ingrained in them to be that they have to try. And they have to, speak out, and they have to be that, and they have to really try and just find themselves a runway and run down that runway. So, for example, bodybuilding, yeah, some people have to do it. Some people have to initiate and walk really hard and really fast towards some kind of a person or a perfect result. And some of us, yeah, we do get it in the end. We do, and we die knowing that we got it. And for some of us people also, that is really dull. And eventually, after you've climbed a few mountains, and some not even your own, and you get that prize, or you get that girl, or you get that person, that is not where you want to be. And here is how come. You forced it, and you tried, and you made it the point, and you try to be the hero. You wanted to be somebody else. You could see? And after this reality check, you kind of go, oh, wait up, wait up. I'm on this, okay, I'm on this Tony Robbins perfect reality spectrum. I've done all he wanted me to do. Esther Hicks would be proud. Okay, I have a lot of money, got this perfect man, I live at the top of the world, I live in this beautiful place. What the, feck am I actually comfortable with here? Okay, how do I relax? How do I graze? Do I feel like I can groove here? Can I like shake my butt, like dance into the kitchen, make myself a smoothie, or do I feel like I have to be like a brick of a man, or like a cupboard of things for other people? Do I need to start and stop all the time? Do I have to? Oh, wow. And you can see like the descent starts, and it could be drinking, and it could be gambling, it could be even golf, like, things that people do over and over again, it could be addiction to anybody, anything. And that's not because people aren't here. A lot of very wealthy, very comfortable people that have reached a lot of pinnacles have mind of addiction. Like, what else is there? Like, it's lonely at the top type of thing. And the thing that I'm telling you is not to like not be famous or well off. It's just the thing is like, you walk along, and if you scale up real fast, you'll have a certain type of energetic dystrophy based on you making a pinnacle and thinking that's all you wanted. And all the other things kind of start to come apart. But the one thing that I would like to say is not to like stop manifesting stuff, because we're all kind of unconsciously are all the time. Just not to apply pressure to things that you don't perhaps potentially want to be. And how do you know? It's like, say, for example, you've come from Eastern Europe, you live in Hawaii and you really want to be a super yoga coach. And you want everybody to see you as a guru, mastermind of yoga, but you're an Eastern European person, you need potato cakes, you need dumplings, you need your mama, you need your grandmother's socks. Sometimes you just need to come back to earth and understand where you were born and why and how come you're here. And we have this interdimensional, multifaceted, multi-spirited, multicultural land that we live on. Here I am in New York, one of the most multicultural places, metropolitan places in the world. It's fantastic and it's dull. It is dull, and nobody knows who they are. They're all trying, they're getting themselves up into these little cubby holes for like incredible amounts of money, and they're all living inside of themselves and also with each other. And one of the most beautiful social places I've been also at the same time. But when you do your thing, you have your own life and you're living it and you're scaling, you don't want to scale anymore. It's like when you're really living your own life. So what is your own life? And then how to come to terms with you being enough and having your own life and not living somebody else's, like an Esther Hicks ideal of an important being, or a star being, or fantastic manifestor being. Like, why not just like lay back down and just see what's up? Maybe like, say your intestines don't feel very good, then why are you pushing anything? Like, say for example, your mother is in trouble, or like say you have a very uncomfortable situation at home, then why do you try to teach anybody? It's like if you are doing like a lot of things with yourself that are like feeling really traumatic and uncomfortable, like why give advice to someone else if you're not comfortable, if you're not ready to admit that you are, having a bad time on some level? Why do you need more? Why do you need to prove to yourself or to other people you are who you are? Why do you need to be who you thought you would be instead of who you actually are now? And then this is just about getting cozy. If you can be comfortable in your skin, you can be comfortable anywhere. If you're comfortable in your skin, you're the coolest person around. And if you're comfortable inside yourself, you can be as comfortable in the office of one of the most massivest corporations, and also in one of the most beautiful places in the world. Maybe you could go somewhere at the end, in the end, that is very, very enticing and lovely for you. But the thing here is, it's not truly to do with manifesting anything or anybody. It's just about being fun for yourself, being fun for you. Do you have fun for your own good? Do you have fun without anybody watching or counting your results? Do you have fun? And that's what Esther, I think, thinks is very important as well, but she hasn't really related very well. She's a very fun person, Esther Hicks. Having like massive amounts of goodness just because you have this time. And then when it's not easy, when it's not interesting, this is where the pineal gland is second to none. You move on. It's like, it's like you're grazing here, oh, you're having fun, and then you're like, wait, I think I'm bored. I don't like this anymore. And the thing is, society kills the pineal because if we were all able to do that, the city would be empty. And there would be no metropolis like New York. If we had healthy pineal gland. And then, yeah, it's like, you have fun, and you're like, hey. And then after a while, you kind of go, oh, you know, it's like when you watch deer grazing, they're like eating, they're enjoying. And then they're like, I don't want to be here. And then they just move. The whole herd moves. They're like, me neither. Me neither. Okay. And then they move. That's one of the most perfect things to observe in nature. When a dog is bored, if it has enough place to live, most people don't have enough place for dogs, but they still have dogs. And then, like, say you have like a huge country house and a huge property, and the dog is like, oh, I don't want to be here. I'm going to run off over there. I'm going to run off over here. I'm going to run off. And that's how people do. That's what people do actually naturally. But they think they can't do it. So they sit in one place, not thinking that they can go anywhere. And the reason sometimes because they don't know which territory they can go without having to have money to spend there, without having to put in power or passion or go to some kind of extreme. And the best thing for you, I feel, here is just to know that although the world is not perfect, that not many people, have a place to be, really, a place to go. The place is your heart. In your heart, you just go around and you say, okay, I don't know, I'm in my heart. You'll meet somebody that will say something, you'll have an idea. It'll spark up and it'll just be easy. It's like easy manifestation, not forcing yourself. It's like going to the bathroom when you're constipated. It's impossible. It's horrible. It's like you don't have to do that. It's like, you walk out, this twinkles here, that twinkles there. You follow synchronicity to the point when you're dawdling, like you're bored, and that feeling of being stable, that's something that probably Esther Hicks and Tony Robbins cannot accept. Stability. Stability. Because why? They make their business on instability, that's why. And then you like dawdle around and you're like, I'm in my heart. I'm having a cup of tea right now, And then, okay, it's not a happy cup of tea anymore. I'm bored, okay, when you walk on or you ground in or something. And then you just basically graze. And this is how you travel the world, basically. The world is yours. The world has always been yours. There's no such thing as a border. There's nothing else, Especially if you're like me, if you don't have your home country, it's like the world is, you just walk around. That's how it happened, There's nobody waiting for you at home. It's like, the world is yours and you walk around, even if it is like in Central Park somewhere, And you kind of look around, you don't bother yourself with anyone, and eventually you'll see that nobody really cares about how well you've done or how well you do. And all these Tony Robbins tapes and all these Esther Hicks and all these conversations about manifestation, vibrational achievement, and all of this stuff, especially in a pig year where we're actually asked to relax and calm the F down, we'll actually find it really extraordinarily boring eventually in the next 6 to 7 years, I believe. People that really want to hop realities, hop on a plane here, hop on a plane there, hop, 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 like grasshoppers. And eventually their fidelity is fine, and they're like probably infinite on some level, but there is affinity with them in our community, in our society. People that don't want to integrate anything, people that don't want to actually taste or feel, and they're just basically portals that are jumping jacks. I think that for yourself, as for me probably, even if you are in quite Siddhi Samadhi states, some of the time, relationships are still important. The country you live in is still important. The environment that you live in is still important. And there are going to be many, many more people, that are jumping around, jumping up and down, grabbing that money, grabbing that person, running around. These people are okay and they're fine and they're good. They're good enough people. They're great people. But please remember, when you are trying to remember yourself, if you are with one of those people, for example, and you are wanting it to be human and normal and kind of caring and fine, you will not find yourself because that person has never found themselves. And it's not because they can't get the big enough payout or they can't manifest the big enough money. They can do all of those things. But if you are with the jumping jack type of energy, like manifestation, who do you think you are? You're usually a buffer between them and themselves. And often we'll find people that, let's say, for example, take a lot of drugs, or flying around the world all the time, or doing all these amazing, huge things, and they're like think that they're master manifester. They're not quite easy. They're not quite often that interesting to be around because they don't actually really want you. They want to jump past you and away from you and over you, or have something with you, but only for like 2 or 3 days and such. And these types of energies, these types of humans exist, and they've always done. Not just since the theory of attraction came out or anything like that. They've always done, but the one thing that I feel you might find in you is boredom when you understand that something is not nurturing you over time. And all this talk, okay, yeah, serious. Okay, let's get serious. All this talk of Pleiades and Arcturians and Argonians and how we all come from different planets and we're going to all go back, it's fine. It's true on some level, it is. And on many levels, it is not easy. It's not true for a lot of people, and it's not easy. And on some deep primordial emotional epic level also, many people cannot see how else they would live if they did not have some crazy ass dream that they were going to go to their spaceship after have to work on this planet, and we don't have to do it like this. It has really truly become a slave race because we're waiting for heaven, we're waiting for the aliens to come, and we don't actually really have any particular thought or feeling about ourselves now. And that's a wasted life. We're teaching ourselves all these things, and yet we're like sitting in small apartments, we're waiting for something to come home or something to leave. That's a waste of time. What isn't a waste of time is a universe that you can explore and surrender to, and surrendering to the flow of life and synchronicity. That's the one thing that is natural and cannot be forced, although, probably Esther can do it. The main reason that I feel we have to really start to climb out of these states of superiority over even ourselves or our previous dimensions is that we've got to really live. And live, we have to peacefully. After like the last 7 years, we've achieved so much ascension, la la la. And it's like, here we have like all the tools, and most of us have everything we need, and probably not everybody will ever know or really have to keep. For some people, these are really the boulders of their life, and that's okay, that's fine. And now basically, we have got to start to see how we can sustainably enjoy, and most people can't see that. It's like one thing to the other, paycheck to paycheck, dance to dance, person to person, Tinder, you know. And we have to like stop living in that type of life and just come to terms. And on the level of life itself, the more you graze, because you're an animal as well, as I, everyone. The more you graze, the more you learn sometimes. And for some people, yeah, there needs to be cardinal change, and for some people there needs to be a few shifts for their culture or their consciousness. But this does not have to be forced. This does not have to be out of time with your own life and out of proportion with your own world. So thank you very much. Please keep your manifestation real, proportionate, and enjoy your time. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.